G'day Doggies fans, all things Bulldogs. It's our annual competition, the one we started last year. So for 2025, name the team that Cameron Ciraldo will pick for round one against the Dragons. The team that's finalised 1 hour before they run out onto the field. Pick your 17 players that you think will be the 17 that take the field. Try and get it as close to the ones that start and the ones that are on the bench. Last year's winner didn't elect to take a prize. They didn't want to take a prize, but that's fine. But they got really close at the end of the day. I think they're only 2 positions out. I think it's going to be the lineup's a little bit more predictable this year. So a lot of people's teams are a lot closer, but there still are some differences. And after the trials, I think people may be sort of thinking that they needed to make some changes. So we try and get this done before next week's first trial against the Tigers. But I will accept entries until, before the teams are announced for the doubleheader against the Dolphins. The first trials generally don't have as many of the stars in it as they do in the second trial. The first trial, we definitely will see a lot more of the younger brigade play a lot more minutes than any of the established first graders. But hopefully it'll be a good chance for us to see the first players like Tomo Monet and Satili Tupanua. I don't think Satili will play in that first trial against the Tigers, but we will see. We will see what happens. I've got my predicted team rolling across the bottom. I've got 18 players selected there. So select your 17 and you can select your 18th man as well. Obviously, if you get all 18 right, you will be in the running to win some merch. Now, I've got a fair bit of merch that I can put available just for a start. Right here, you've got Jacob Preston. It's I got these made from another podcast, the Nighttime Podcast. One of their sponsors made these for us. Cost a bit of money, but I reckon they look fantastic. So you got Jacob Preston there. We've also got Jacob Carraz. I don't really want to part with these, but I'm willing to give them away to a winner because they look fantastic and look great up on the wall. And we've also got one for Josh Addo-Carr as well. So, it looks pretty good as well. If you love the Fox and wanted to have some Bulldogs memories of him, that's available as well. I've got a bunch of different stuff that I'm willing to part with. I've got a couple of Bulldogs footies as well, all different sorts of stuff. So for the winner will get to pick from. I'll go through and like basically they could tell me if there was something they would sort of prefer as far as merch goes. See if I've got that available. I've got some old calendars as well, which have never been opened from 2023. I think this year is actually the first time where every player on the calendar is actually playing. It hasn't left the club for 2025, so that's a good thing. Probably keep the 2025 one, but we'll see about the 2023 or 24 one that I've got there as well. So all you got to do is put the team in on YouTube, okay? Put your team in, and if that team is the closest team to what runs out, as far as what Ciraldo selects 1 hour before they run out in the field against the Dragons, that team, you will be in the running to win merch. Now, last year we only had one standout winner. If we have 2 or 3, I may offer, obviously, some to the first person and then some to a second and even maybe a third, depending on if we can accommodate that. But it's not a strict competition. If you want to like and share it, if you're not a subscriber and subscribe, that'd be great. But it's just about giving a little bit back. I've got plenty of stuff. I love it. I'm a bit of a hoarder. I like to make my own merch as well, which I do. And I'll show you a fair bit of what I've got. And that'll be up to you if you want to take some of that. And I can send it out to you in the mail. So it's just a little comp. But, hopefully we'll get a few more entries. We got over 100 last year, which was fantastic. And was good for the channel, and a few of the people who joined come in and and started, have been regular contributors through the live podcast and that sort of stuff. So check out the podcast, put your team in, and see how you go. Entries will close, after we see that first trial. Okay, try and get them in as soon as possible though, because that's the best way to test yourself rather than watch the first trial. But I'll accept entries for a little bit, and see how close you can get. My team's up there. But guys, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for all the support. And hopefully the Bulldogs will name a strong side, and we'll have everyone available, no injuries, and we'll be at full strength to go out there and play a tough game against a much more experienced Dragons outfit that's brought a lot of experience to its club. And I feel we'll be defensively, once they get set, we'll be a tough team to beat. And we'll see how good that little halves combination of theirs goes against ours. But thanks for joining. Thanks for saying hello. And thanks for putting your money where your mouth is and pick your team and see if it's the team that Ciraldo will pick. Thanks, guys. Talk soon. Go the Bulldogs.